What's that sound? What is this place? Who are you? Is this a dream or a reality? How did we get here, and where are we going? The questions come, but no answers come. There are only feelings, raw, primal feelings. Something stirs within, something long forgotten, something powerful. As twilight falls, a lone figure walks a glowing golden path. Winding over a mountaintop, the light from the path reflects in his eyes. Eyes that hold ancient wisdom. A small smile touches his lips, a hint of warmth in the gathering chill. It circles overhead, its voice echoing the solitude of the man, the last notes lingering in the air. Suddenly, the ground trembles beneath his feet, and out of the corner of his eye, he sees it, a large gray wolf emerging from the shadows, its eyes gleaming like twin embers in the darkness. It backs away slowly, its eyes never leaving the man's, takes a few steps back, then turns and disappears into the mist, leaving the man standing in the clearing, his heart still pounding, his breath still coming in short gasps. The silence returns, heavy and thick, broken only by the distant hoot of an owl. Before him stands a massive oak, its branches gnarled and twisted, reaching out like the arms of an ancient giant. The raven takes flight, circling overhead, its cry echoing the man's own confusion and wonder. The stag steps into the center of the circle, its head held high, its antlers brushing the underside of the oak's lowest branches. Shadow and strength, forgotten tools, real power. The man reaches out, his fingers tracing the path of the runes, feeling their power coursing through him, awakening something deep within his soul. He knows now who he is, why he's here, what he must do. He is the keeper of the lost, the forgotten, the discarded. He is the shadow and the strength. And now he remembers. The stag steps back, the raven takes flight, and the stones glow brighter, illuminating the path ahead. The man takes a deep breath, his eyes shining with newfound purpose. He is ready now, stronger, wiser, more powerful. He is the keeper, and the path ahead, though uncertain, holds no fear for him. He walks forward, embracing the shadows, embracing his strength, embracing his power. The man steps into the circle, drawn by an invisible force, drawn to the center of the circle where the stag stands. He doesn't know why he's doing this, why he's following the stag, why he's drawn to this place. But he can't resist the pull, the urge to reach the center, to stand where the stag stands. The tree seems to hum with power, its roots delving deep into the earth, its leaves rustling softly in the night breeze. Beneath the oak, a circle of stones stands in silent vigil, their rough surfaces worn smooth by countless seasons, their alignment perfect, as if placed there with the utmost care. The raven lands on one of the stones, its head cocked to one side, regarding the man with an intelligence that's both unsettling and intriguing.
Ow.
The man stands at the edge of the circle, his gaze sweeping over the ancient stones, feeling the weight of history pressing down on him. He can't shake the feeling that this place holds secrets, that these stones are more than just rocks, that they are somehow connected to him, to his past, to his destiny. The man lowers his sword, his hand trembling slightly. He lets out a shaky breath, trying to calm his racing heart, trying to regain his composure. The man closes his eyes, trying to shut out the sights and sounds, trying to focus on the feeling that's growing inside him, a feeling of power, of connection, of belonging. When he opens his eyes, the world is different. The forest around him shimmers, the stones glow with an inner light, and the oak's branches seem to reach out to him, offering their strength, their wisdom, their protection. The raven lands on his shoulder, its eyes gleaming with intelligence, its presence a silent companion. The stag lowers its head, nuzzling him, its antlers pressing against his chest, grounding him, connecting him to the earth, to the ancient magic of this place. The man feels tears stinging his eyes, tears of joy, of release, of homecoming. As the full weight of the encounter crashes down on him, a wave of exhaustion washes over him. It's not just the physical exertion of the journey, but an emotional, mental fatigue that seems to have been building inside him for years. It's as if the confrontation with the wolf has brought to the surface a weariness he didn't know he was carrying. The wolf takes a step forward, then another, its gaze fixed on the man. The stag reappears from the mist, its presence a silent invitation. The man hesitates for a moment, torn between the weariness that pulls him down and the path that beckons him forward. He looks up at the moon, then back at the stag, a decision forming in his eyes. Slowly, he begins to walk again, his steps lighter now, his shoulders squared, his gaze fixed on the path ahead. He doesn't look back at the wolf, doesn't question the stag's presence, doesn't stop to rest. He walks on, deeper into the heart of the mist, deeper into the embrace of the night. Fear, tension grips the man, his heart pounding in his chest, his body instinctively recoiling from the perceived threat. The sound seems to weave itself into the fabric of the night. It's becoming a part of the man's journey, a companion in his solitude. The path continues to wind and twist, leading him deeper into the heart of the mountains, deeper into the realm of shadows and secrets. The air grows colder, the mist thicker, but the man walks on, undeterred, his eyes fixed on the path ahead. His hand darts to the hilt of his sword, his fingers tightening around the cold steel. His breath quickens, his muscles tense, ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. His eyes narrow, his jaw clenching, he stares back at the wolf, willing it to back down, to retreat back into the shadows from which it came. In this moment, he feels connected to something larger than himself, a part of the ancient wisdom that permeates this place. The man holds his ground, his fear giving way to determination, his instinct to fight fading into resolve. He lets out a low growl, a challenge to the wolf, a declaration of his own strength and courage. The air crackles with tension, the silence broken only by the sound of their ragged breaths and the pounding of the man's heart. It feels like an eternity, the standoff between man and wolf, each waiting for the other to make the first move. But the wolf makes no move to attack. It merely stands there, regarding the man with an intensity that's both unnerving and intriguing. The man's grip tightens on his sword, his knuckles turning white. His eyes never leaving the wolf, he waits, unsure of what to expect next, his senses on high alert. And pain that has etched lines upon his face, lines that tell stories of battles fought and won, scars that speak of resilience and strength. The wind whispers secrets through the tall grass, rustling like whispers of forgotten lore. The air grows colder, the sky darker, but the man walks on, unwavering. His steps echo with purpose, each footfall resonating with the rhythm of the earth. The path seems endless, yet he walks on without hesitation, driven by an inner strength that defies the fading light. Above him, a thin crescent moon hangs in the deep blue sky, a silent observer to his solitary journey. Its pale light casts long shadows around him, dancing and swaying like ethereal flames. But the man is not afraid. He walks with a confidence born of knowing, trusting the path beneath his feet and the moonlight above his head. With every step, the surroundings shift and change. The terrain rises, becoming more treacherous, rocks and boulders strewn across the path like obstacles in a forgotten game. Yet the man does not falter. He navigates the uneven terrain with ease, his body moving with a grace and agility that belie his age. His gaze is fixed on the distance, his mind focused on the journey, and he moves forward, ever forward, towards the unknown. Then a shape emerges from the mist ahead, a large animal taking form in the gathering darkness. It's a stag, majestic and proud, its antlers a crown against the darkening sky. The stag stops and turns, its dark eyes meeting the man's, and for a moment time seems to stand still. Then the stag takes a step back, then another, and the mist clears, revealing a clearing bathed in the eerie glow of the moon. The stag steps aside, parting the mist like a welcoming gesture, inviting the man into the clearing. The stag disappears as quickly as it appeared, leaving the man alone in the clearing. The silence broken only by the sound of his own breathing and the distant call of an owl. He stands still, taking in the sights and sounds of this mystical place, feeling a sense of peace and belonging he hasn't felt in what feels like forever. Then he hears it, a sound that sends a shiver down his spine, a sound he recognizes from a time long past, the haunting call of a raven. But the wolf doesn't retreat. It keeps coming forward, its eyes unwavering, its steps steady. And then just when the tension becomes unbearable, the wolf drops its head, its tail falling between its legs. The moon climbs higher in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the clearing, over the man, over the path that stretches out before him, beckoning him onward. And then he hears it again, the haunting call of the raven, closer this time, as if responding to his own steps. And as the darkness deepens, the mist parts, revealing a sight that stops the man in his tracks. The stag approaches the circle, walking slowly, deliberately, each step echoing the wisdom of ages past. As he enters the center of the circle, the stones seem to hum with energy. The oak's branches creaking above him, the raven's cry growing louder. And then the words appear, not written, not carved, but floating in the air before him. Glowing runes of power, ancient symbols of strength,